Hello, hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Speak of Africa. We have another news show for you today. For our show of today, we want to talk about medical tourism. I know you hear about people leaving America to go to Turkey, India for medical treatment. But the people that you don't normally associate with medical treatment or tourism are African presidents. In fact, this is a phenomenon that is very common in Africa today. A lot of African presidents did not build the right infrastructure in their countries. As a result, when they themselves became ill, they had to be evacuated to foreign countries for treatment. It happens every day. Recently, look at what is happening to Paul Biya of Cameroon. Look at what is happening to Bola Tinubu of Nigeria. Look at what is happening to other leaders in Africa. Even Gabon, Omar Bongo was sick. He had to be evacuated to Spain. Gabon is a very rich oil country. Then you ask yourself, since the 1960s, why did Omar Bongo not build nice hospital facilities in his country so that when he became ill, he could be treated in his own country? African presidents don't think. What about Equatorial Guinea? Well, Obiangema is there since he killed his uncle and took over power. He has not built any nice facilities. So when he's sick, he has to be evacuated abroad. What about Ivory Coast? I remember Houphouët-Boigny. When Houphouët-Boigny died, he died in a hospital in France. He had to be evacuated out of Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is a very rich country, but because the guy is a neo-colonial guy, all the wealth of Ivory Coast, he had to give it to the French to finance the elections and enjoy themselves. So he impoverished his country by serving as a slave of France. That's the tragedy of leadership in Africa. Alassane Ouattara has come in. He has remained a slave of France, France's Franc-Afrique. So if he dies today or if he's sick, what will happen? He has to be evacuated to France. What about Congo-Brazzaville? Well, we have Denis Sassou Nguesso. He has been president too for a very long time. He is a vassal of France, France Franc-Afrique. If he is sick today, what will happen? He has to be kept in France because he cannot really be treated in his country. Most of these leaders do not have confidence in the healthcare facilities existing in their countries. It's like a tale of two cities. The poor have to depend on those bad facilities, but the rich presidents of Africa have to be flown out of the country. So this is creating a whole lot of problems. What about Uganda? Well, Uganda, you have Yoweri Museveni. He also is aging, but does he have any new facilities? Not really. When he's sick, he has to be flown abroad. What about Zimbabwe? Well, we saw what happened with Robert Mugabe. He had to be flown to Singapore, where he died in a hospital in Singapore. But the country has a lot of resources. He made a lot of noise. African presidents. That's why you see a lot of brain drain. What about Congo DRC? Well, Mobutu suffered the same fate. His country had a lot of wealth. He took that wealth, gave it to Belgium and the United States, built imposing palaces in Badolite, siphoned all the money out of the country, turned his country into a very poor state, a country that is rich in resources. The people are still suffering, dying in poverty. So you've seen all these African countries, even Nigeria, oil-rich Nigeria. Look at Yaradua, Musa Yaradua, what happened? He died in a hospital abroad. Okay? What about Bola Tinubu? We are here, he has just left Britain to travel to France. He's on vacation. Yes, he's free to travel wherever he wants to go. As a president, he's still a free man. We understand that. That's the argument of his entourage, that he can travel wherever he wants because he's on vacation. True. But the problem Nigerians are facing is this guy travels too much. He's become a medical tourist. They did not really want him to be president, but he fought to become the president of Nigeria, only to be spending too much time abroad as a medical tourist. That's the problem Nigerians are facing. They're not challenging him because he wants to enjoy his vacation. He can enjoy his 2-week vacation. But the problem in Nigeria is that the guy is traveling too often abroad for medical treatment. Why can he not build better healthcare facilities in Nigeria? That's the question the average Nigerian is asking. There are so many challenges the young people in Nigeria are facing. The economy is in free fall. The inflation is rife. Commodities are expensive. So life is very tough for the average Nigerian. And people are thinking, even like Senator Ndume is asking Bola Tinubu not to be listening to praise singers in his entourage. Do something to alleviate the condition of the poor people in Nigeria. That's what Senator Ndume is asking Bola Tinubu to do. But most African presidents love people who sing their praises. They don't like people who tell them the truth. So medical tourism is a phenomenon that we're exploring on this show, starting with Nigeria. Bola Tinubu has left the UK. He has traveled to France. This is not the first time he has traveled to France. What is he doing there? They may not tell people, they keep it private. They don't even want the people to know that they are sick. But of course, you've seen many pictures of Bola Tinubu falling, right? The guy is an old guy, so he's not a machine. Even a machine breaks down from time to time. But they don't want you to know that the president gets sick. Who are they fooling? In the media age, today you cannot play those games. In the old days, they could hide things. But today things are transparent because you have Nigerians everywhere. Sometimes they are working in a hospital in Europe. They see when they bring Bola Tinubu for treatment. Sometimes what these presidents do is they say, oh no, if any Nigerian is working this week, tell him to take the day off so that they should not see me come in here and get treatment. But even the Europeans will still take the pictures and share them with other Africans because they want to expose these leaders to their people to show you how these leaders are very terrible. Okay? Which is why we're looking forward to a crop of new young leaders like Ibrahim Traoré, who are trying to change their country. Younger leaders with energy, which is why we're looking forward to people like Assimi Goïta in Mali, who have more energy to work for their people. Okay? Which is why we're looking for people like Brice Oligui Nguema. He may not be a revolutionary, but at least he's doing a few things to help his people in Gabon. So that's what we see and that's what we like. Then in Cameroon, a viral video was produced by some of these guys in Ambazonia. A lot has been happening in Ambazonia, and I will tell you that. In Ambazonia, Chris Anu, one of the leaders in Ambazonia, he produced a viral video which announced the death of Paul Biya. Since then, there's been a whole lot of ruckus. People are excited. Wow, wow. Habeas corpus. Where's the body? The Biya people reacted very violently. So, oh, no, 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 don't say Biya is dead. Please don't say that. But Ambazonia is saying it because they feel like finally they are ready to be liberated from the slavery of Frank Afrique. Of course, there's been a lot of news since October 1st when Ambazonia celebrated their independence again. This time they are celebrating the matter of freedom, Dr. Lucas Ayabacho. For a while, he's been arrested in Norway, but Ambazonians are presenting this as an opportunity to internationalize, and Ayabacho, as a leader, is the architect of self-defense. This guy is selfless. While a lot of the Ambazonian leaders are taking bribes, this guy has resisted the opportunity to take bribes from the enemy. That's where his pride is. The people believe in him. Even if he dies today, he's dying as a matter of Ambazonian freedom. For so long, the Biya people were killing people in Ambazonia, and the Ambazonians were dying like sheep taken to the altar for slaughter. But Ayabacho said, if we must die, let us not die like sheep taken to the altar or slaughterhouse. Let us honorably die. Let us die by fighting. And that's why he invented self-defense as a response in the Ambazonia revolution. So today, the Ambazonia are celebrating their independence, but they are still giving respect to Dr. Lucas Ayabacho. You may not like him. He may look small, not be sick, but he has a lot of ideas. He's the revolutionary of our time. So let us accept. You may not like Dr. Ayabacho, but accept that he has done much to change the conversation in Ambazonia. Today, a lot more people are knowing about Ambazonia because of his arrest. How will it end? Dr. Ayabacho doesn't care about himself. He cares about the people of Ambazonia. Okay? He cares about the people of Ambazonia. He's ready to sacrifice himself. He has said it already. If I'm killed, don't worry about it. Just think about self-determination for Ambazonia. And that's how it should be. But in La République du Cameroon, what is happening? Well, Biya's people like Atanganji, Rene Sadi, Gregoire Owona, they keep saying, oh no, Biya is not dead. It's a non-issue. You can see a video produced by BAS, Brigade Anti-Sardina, in France. They went to the hospital in Paris, in Carmat, where Biya is in a refrigerator. The man has died. For more than 40 days, they have not seen him. After he left China, the Africa-China summit, nobody has seen Biya again. But even when he was in China, we told you he was sick. He was ill. We did not hide this from you. We always tell you the truth. He was sick, and he left. He was supposed to go to the UN for the UN Assembly. He did not. His foreign minister, Mbella, went and represented him. Then there was also the meeting of Franc-Afrique, Francophonie. Did Biya attend this meeting? No. What about the meeting in Hamburg, Germany? He also missed. So he missed 3 important meetings in a row. And he had left Cameroon to come and attend these meetings. The fact that he could not attend these meetings drew attention to the fact that he was really sick. What has happened to him? They are trying to hide things. From what we see in all indications, they say, don't talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay? You can kill us, but we're talking about it. Biya is dead. And now what is happening? The French and Biya's lackeys are setting the stage for Biya's succession. So this is succession, comme on dit en français, gré à gré. Everything is staged. Is Frank Biya going to take over? Some people are speculating that Robert Nkili probably may be the one who will take over. What about Marcel Njifenji? He too is vegetable. He cannot even do anything. He's sick in France. There's nothing that he can do. So Ferdinand Gongo is still acting president. So Chantal probably would be gone. You will not see her again. So let's say au revoir, Chantal. The show lasted a long time, but it looks like the end is here. People are saying maybe Biya would beat the odds and rise again like a phoenix. He will not rise again this time. Au revoir, Biya. Au revoir? No, goodbye. No, au revoir. On ne va plus te revoir. C'est la fin. That's the end. So we see all the news in Cameroon. They say, oh, don't talk about it again. We are talking about it because we're getting the information and we're informing the people. So if you need more information, we have a lot of videos we're going to share with you on Paul Biya. Okay? So check us on WhatsApp. We want to share the videos with you. Okay? In Gabon, Gabon too is an example where you have medical tourism. Ali Bongo, like his father, became a medical tourist. That's how he lost his position. Gabon has a lot of wealth, but this family has squandered the wealth of Gabon, the Bongo dynasty. They've squandered the wealth. Why could they not build a good hospital? Africa has a lot of wealth. Why can the leaders not use this money to build good hospital facilities? What is so unique about hospitals in Europe or America or Canada? We can help you. If you are a leader in Africa and you want to build a modern day hospital, come to us. We have the experience. We'll build a first class hospital in Africa. We'll show you the roadmap. We'll give you a blueprint. And of course, you have a lot of doctors and nurses in Africa who can really help when you want to build a nice hospital. There's a lot of brain drain. Today, most of these doctors and nurses and teachers are traveling abroad because they don't like the conditions, the pay that they receive in Africa. Let us reverse this brain drain so that these doctors and nurses should stay in Africa and work for the betterment of Africa. We can help you do this. And that's a challenge we are giving to all the African leaders. If you want to change the healthcare system in your country, come to us. We'll draw the roadmap and give it to you for free. We'll put together the plan. We will not charge you a penny. Come to us. Equatorial Guinea, you have the oil, but you're not building the hospital facilities.
Welcome to Ayuk Tax Service. We are tax professionals at your service. Our services include tax returns, payroll, bookkeeping, business planning. We provide professional service, years of experience, and are proud to serve your business. Get your maximum tax refund with 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. We are located at 11207A Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Contact us at 240-350-1131. Fax 240-556-0535. Or email service@ayuktaxservice.com. Our hours of operation are weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and weekends 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, please visit us online at www.ayuktaxservice.com.
Ivory Coast, the money is there, but they are not building the facilities. So what should be done? Come to us, we'll give you a plan. Medical tourism is not good for Africa in any way, in any measure. It is hurting the country. It is a brain drain. Socially, it's a brain drain. Economically, it's a waste of resources. Okay? Politically, it creates a vacuum, political instability. When a leader leaves the country for over 40 days and thinks that they should be waiting for him so that they will announce after 8 months, oh, okay, Paul Biya just died today in Paris, when we know he died months and months ago. So who are you fooling? You cannot fool the people today. Those anachronistic ideas should be vanquished. In those old days, you could tell such lies. How can you tell such lies in the world of today with all the technology? Who are you fooling? You cannot fool the people today. So stop it. Bola Tinubu, Nigeria has a lot of money. Instead of buying new jets and squandering the money, build better hospitals in Nigeria. Call us, we'll help you come up with a business plan to build nice hospitals in Nigeria. We know what it takes. Not just the buildings, even the technology. We have teams that can help you put this together. Okay? So don't just make the same mistake Buhari made. Kept going to London for treatment. Stayed there for 4 months while the country is burning. Come on. Is that how to rule a country? No. Things have to change. Don't do what Paul Biya has done. For over 42 years, he did not build a nice hospital. Now he has to be evacuated. If he had built a nice hospital, he would stay comfortably in Cameroon and he will be treated there and he will die in his own country. But because he was selfish, putting all the money in Swiss bank accounts, now he's dead, the Swiss will seize this money and Cameroonians will not even see a penny. Who is losing? Africa is losing. Which is why we applaud some of the young revolutionaries like Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta in Mali, and Brice Oligui in Gabon. They're going to try to bring a change because we need change in Africa. Okay? Then what about Uganda? Yoweri Museveni is old, but is he really doing anything to really change the health situation in his country? A lot of people are complaining the healthcare facilities are not good. He's getting old. Tomorrow you hear him fly to a foreign country for treatment. let us reverse this trend. Let us bring these people back. Let's not do what happened in Zimbabwe, where Robert Mugabe had to go to Singapore for treatment and he has to die in Singapore. So many of these people are dying abroad, and we think it is time to start changing things so that people can die honorably in their countries. Look at Mobutu. Mobutu squandered all the wealth of Congo, but he died as a medical tourist. So the phenomenon of medical tourism is not new. It is something that is as old as I can tell you, but we just need to understand that we need to know how to build a healthcare system that is top-notch, like what obtains in America, in Canada, and in Europe. So we need to do the same. We can give you a template. As we tell you, we know how hospitals are run because we know how to build these facilities. So you don't need to bring French experts squandering all your money to come with a plan to build nice facilities. We can give you the plan and we'll be a consultant for free. We will not charge you a penny. We'll do it for free. So take us. We're challenging you. If you're an African leader and you want to build a nice facility in your country, we'll help you do it. Personally, I directed a team that built an EMR, electronic medical records, electronic health records, EHR. So I know everything about these systems. I have a lot of friends who are engineers. They can help you to build a nice structure. Then I have a lot of computer experts. I know a lot of nurses. You have a lot of African nurses and a lot of African doctors. I will be able to convince these Africans to travel to Africa to help to build top-notch facilities. Then I know all the vendors in the world who sell medical equipment. I can help you procure this equipment affordably for your country. Just imagine how much you can save by preventing people from traveling abroad. You don't really need to use force to prevent them. When the people see that they can be treated in their country comfortably, they will stay there and do it. So you don't have much to worry about. Okay? So that's why we're telling you this, starting with Nigeria. You have issues. IBOB. IBOB is fighting the state of Nigeria, killing a lot of people because they want self-determination. You can build facilities, fight them back by using the brain. Give them something to work on. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Stop holding him. Use your brains, not force, to change what is happening in Nigeria. Okay? Bola Tinubu, that's the message for you. The Cameroonians, what are you going to do now that Biya is no more? Well, stop dwelling on the fact that Biya is no more. Start making plans to ensure that there is no dynastic succession where they can bring somebody like his son, Frank Biya, to come and take over. You guys have to stand tall and start fighting to make your voices heard. Tell France, we don't want the backroom nonsense where you handpick a leader like you did in Chad. We're not going to accept it. Okay? So as we see it, if you're not careful, the army will take over power in Cameroon anytime soon. That's the way we look at the tea leaves. Because Cameroon is a big risk. The risk of political instability is rife. And it can happen anytime. Because the military is watching what is happening. It just takes one ambitious person. Because already in Biya's clan, there's a lot of division. The people are just waiting to really make sure that Biya is really dead. When this happens, you see the way the military would start taking sides. Because there's a lot of divisions in Biya's clan. You have the Bulu people, where Biya comes from. You have the Ewondo in Yaoundé, where the capital is. Then, of course, you have the Eton. So they are members of these different clans who are jockeying for power. They are just afraid of Biya's presence. Now that they know that Biya is gone, they're going to be emboldened to start fighting to become the next leader of La République du Cameroon. And of course, the Bamlikis are not taking lying down. We have a video of Brigade Anti-Sardina, the one Maurice come to take over. Then the people in the north, Aijos people, they also want power to return to the northern region. Then, of course, Ambazonia, the people want to leave. So how is this is going to play out. That's what we are telling you. Things are pregnant with meaning. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. So it takes a lot of mastery. The French are trying to work things in the background to impose a new leader, but is the transition going to be smooth? We don't think so. The transition is not going to be smooth because if things are not managed carefully, there will be a civil war in Cameroon. Bye-bye.
Do you need tax preparation services? We can help. Contact PJ Tax Service, America's only full-time income tax preparers. Like the good old doctor, we do not close our doors after April 15th. In fact, we stay open all year round in order to serve you. We are located at 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Make an appointment today with Prince Ojong, your tax expert. Call 240-350-1131 or visit us on the web at www.pjtaxservice.com.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.